Good evening to you, our dear viewers out there. Behind camera is Moses Mugisha, and with me here I'm with Faizal Luttamaguzi, the brand manager, TikTok Scandinavian area. He also doubles as the founder of Tours of Stockholm, Tours of New York, and Tours of London. We are in Oslo, Norway, and he has just had a talk about the growth of TikTok. He has given a couple of figures and reflections. Yes, to you, Faizal, one seemingly obvious question. People have, yes, sorry for that interruption. Yes, people have a lot of perspectives and opinions about TikTok. People brand it as a youth forum, others, so much out there. But speaking from an informed and expertized perspective,
Yes.
what would you tell a viewer out there about the reality of TikTok?
Well, I think, as you said yourself, TikTok, there are many opinions about the app, rightly so. And I think we live in a space or time today where an individual have to take so many decisions. Like, which platform should I be on? Should I put my focus on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Snapchat? So, of course, you only have 24 hours a day. And when you have too many choices, you have to exclude some of them. So I think with that being said, the only advice I can give is what I know how TikTok can be useful to the average person. And I think one of the biggest misconceptions about TikTok is that, like, I see some of the videos that are being shared by my fellow Ugandans about, and which is a big part of TikTok, right? The entertainment value, the jokes and the laughter. But I think the biggest miss that people fail with TikTok is that it could be such a powerful educational tool. And I think this is where people are really, really missing out on what the platform can be. Because, again, as you said, as someone who's on the other side of it, who's sitting on the data and the information and the actual reports, what I can see is that if you compare to some of the more mature markets where TikTok has grown, we see that it has gone away from the silly dances and the stupid jokes, where people now, we have teachers who have stopped teaching in classes. And what they do now is they teach 100% on TikTok. And they make a much better living there because now they can reach a bigger world. We have math teachers. So for those of you who are curious about this, go on TikTok and search for the hashtag math or math teacher. You'll find so much content of people out there who are regular teachers in schools, but they realize I can teach so many more people on TikTok. Or people who teach in calligraphy, like writing really nice, or people who teach in astrology. So what we've seen is that TikTok has become a forum to educate people. So if you are an expert in a certain area, or you have a knowledge that you know some people don't, I think TikTok is a great forum to not only spread that knowledge, but also to find a platform where you can make a living off of this. Because with all this space now where everyone has a camera, everyone can go live at any time.
Yeah, like we are doing now.
Exactly. So the differentiator becomes who has knowledge that the world wants to see.
Exactly.
We can all go home and passively just watch stupid videos, right? We do it all the time. You sit on YouTube and you watch, hey, I heard about this, I read this on the news. Is it fake? Is it not fake? So in all that chaos, the people who do stand out are the ones who provide actual knowledge. So if you're someone who is an educator, or if you're someone who is limited by your physical space, as in you live in a part of the world where you maybe don't reach as many people, social media in general is a good space for that, but I think TikTok particularly has shown itself to be a really good forum for you to quickly reach a lot of people in an efficient way. So this is the advice I would give to people, is that look besides the silly videos, the laughter, and start looking for the quality in videos on the platform. Because what you said before is that when you go on TikTok, it just provides you with videos. It provides you. And I think people have become very lazy. You wait for the app to give you a video, and then you watch it, you say,
You get led by the tide.
Exactly. Instead, what you should do is you go into the app, In the corner there is a small search button, and you search for what you want to see. You search yourself to knowledge, because the platform will recognize, okay, you're now looking for this type of video, so it will show you more of those videos. So I think that is my answer. Just to form yourself an opinion by looking at what is the qualitative video that is out there, and don't be a passive observer of what content is giving you, because the content that you put time on is the content it will give you more of. So the more silly videos you watch, it will show you more silly videos.
Exactly.
And then after 2 hours on the platform, you go there, you're like, this platform is just stupid videos. Yeah, that's because that's the ones you watched, right? Just like with anything, it will show you what you're looking for.
So how do you expect to sow maize seeds, and you expect to reap
no, exactly,
bananas?
Exactly. Yeah, because I think people don't realize, they think, okay, I just watched the video, that's it. But what the app does is it observes your behavior.
Yeah,
if
sure.
you watch the entire video, you're telling the app, I enjoyed this because I watched the whole video. If you like it, you're telling the app, oh, not only did I enjoy watching it, I liked it so much, I gave in my opinion. If you make a comment on a video, then it tells you, okay, you not only watched the whole video, you not only gave it a like, you gave your, like you wanted something to say.
You remind me someone who was blaming, was it YouTube? In this case, was talking about YouTube, that every time he opens YouTube, there are only porno videos that come up. So indirectly was reporting himself.
Exactly.
What he is as YouTube.
Exactly. So that's what I mean, is that I think sometimes we forget we are very passive observers. So I think my advice would be, don't use TikTok as you'd use the TV. Because when you go home, you watch TV, you watch what's on. What someone else has decided is playing that day. And you passively watch it. You don't have a say or an opinion in what to watch. You can change the channel. But all the programs and the channels are already set. But on social media platforms like TikTok, there is no program. There is no certain time this shows up. Is what you put into it. So if you search for specific topics, this is what you will see. So this is the advice I would give, is that be more proactive, because once you use it, that you will actually educate yourself. I think like the stuff that fascinates me, like me as an expert looking at the data, I'm fascinated by those occasions where people say, I didn't have to go to university because I did all my education online and I saved thousands of dollars. The same knowledge that you find in a school book, today you can find online if you're just a little bit proactive. Again, there are experts out there, there are teachers out there. You look for them, they are on TikTok. And exactly for those who are educators and you know you have a skill, all of a sudden a classroom of 25 people that you usually go to physically can become a digital classroom with thousands.
Definitely.
Of people. So I think those are my 5 cents about TikTok.
Yes, thank you so much, Faizal. He's Faizal Luttamaguzi. Previously, we hosted you. We were talking about so much about the tours and travels, the wooden bikes. Yes. But now you're rebranding. You're now coming as the brand manager, TikTok, Scandinavian area. That's quite amazing, and most of the fact that you're Ugandan. Because I must confess that I've used Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and many other social media handles, but I've never gotten that close contact with someone behind, I mean, the technical bit, I mean, someone working with them.
Yes.
So having you here, and more so you being a Ugandan, I guess someone out there watching could have a question or two, maybe not now, but the fact that people have seen and known that we have one of our own
on the inside.
On the inside. Maybe it could even be easier to ask those uncomfortable questions.
Of course, because I think, like you said, as Ugandans, most of us were just consumers, right? We're consumers of these big multi-corporations, the Googles, the Metas, right? We're usually consumers. So, like you said yourself, I'm proud this. I met a fellow Ugandan at TikTok who works in London office. And this is the discussion we had. It's like, we're on the inside now. And being inside means that not only do we get access to the data, but we are the decision makers.
Exactly.
Right? I'm now here in Oslo because they invited me to come here to talk on behalf of TikTok. So we shape what the app can be. We're now part of that forum. Speaking of your forum, we're now part of that table. When we are or to decide where is this app going to shape our own future, our children's future. Is this only going to be an app just time wasting, or can we do something valuable around it? So of course, that is a moment of pride. When I met my fellow Ugandan in London, they said, wow, look at us, we're sitting around this table, we're part of making those decisions, along with everyone else. So that is, like you say, when you look at it from the bigger picture, I think this is a good milestone, and I know there are more of us out there. So that's why forums like your forum is important for this very reason. So we can all connect and put our dots together.
Exactly.
And we can say, okay, you know, there are Ugandan doctors out there. There are Ugandan psychologists out there. We don't know them, but imagine, like you said, if we had our annual, let's say, Ugandan meeting, and we said, okay, we have people who work for TikTok, we have doctors, we have people who are professional actors, we have musicians. All of a sudden you realize, yes, being a Ugandan in a prominent role is not as unique as I used to think it was. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So yeah, so definitely
Yes,
let's have these conversations.
Yes, thank you so much. I know there are so many questions we always have. So much around social media. There is this famous question about whether or not Facebook is safe for end-to-end encrypted. Like, of course, there is a message that usually comes, a notification that comes on WhatsApp when you make a call, notifying you that, okay, this one is end-to-end encrypted, knowing that in case of any fears of being tapped by the state and things like that. Maybe someone could have the same about TikTok, but that technicality may not go in right now. But at least we know we have a Ugandan, we have one of our own in the inside. But one random question, Faizal. You've been identified in the Scandinavian area as working with tours and travels, having this I wouldn't buy concept.
Yes.
So it's in other words, international in the nature of your work.
Yes.
And here comes TikTok.
Yeah.
It's also on an international scale.
Yes.
I mean, what's that that magical tablet in you that gets you only on international platform? I mean, international scales of work.
Yes.
Is it a coincidence or it's a strategy?
Of course not. No, it's not a coincidence. I mean, we've had these talks before, you and I, about finding what makes you unique and using that. And as you said, me being a representative now of TikTok, the app that everyone knows, is exactly a result of that, right? As in, if you look at it from TikTok's perspective, I am an individual they can send anywhere in the world, and they will know I will do a great job, right? They know if we need to send someone, like the way I could pitch it, let's say I'll pitch it to my bosses. I said, with me, you fill 5 positions. So I'm saving you money by you hiring me, right? Instead of hiring 5 individuals, you pay 1 salary. You can send me to Norway. Here I am. You can send me to Kampala. I'll do a great job. You can send me to the US. I'll do a fantastic job. You can send me down to Italy.
Guys, sorry, but this area is already reserved.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
You can use downstairs.
Thank you very much. Yes.
No,
And as you
I
see,
thought you before.
yes.
Yes,
then we have to move.
we have to wind up, but it's
The advantages of going live, huh?
Yeah.
Going in live. You can't.
okay.
edit
But
anything.
yes, we shall just wind up this. Yes, we've been with Faizal Luttamaguzi, and he's this time coming as a TikTok guy. Eh? So before he's been always presented as a tours and travel guy, we are glad to always have you. Remember, tomorrow we have a show at 17 o'clock. That is Central European time. 18 o'clock Ugandan time. We shall be having a talk about whether or not it's relevant for Ugandans in the diaspora to invest back home. But for now, we sign out.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.